Alright, Zeltrix for the third. I was going to make this three-parter of me beating the hell out of MX Arceus, but I thought that was boring. I'll splice in a highlight of what happened, but it was no contest. It was um, more or less, I just had better cards, or that is to say he kind of chose the wrong targets, I think. Um, but I'll splice in something later.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
You underestimate my power!
Don't try it! High ground!
I'm playing against Faux Sheezy My Kneesy. I have no idea who this is, but I needed this win to get to Diamond. I was at Gold. So this guy is clearly experienced in almost everyone. He has 4 in Lionar, Songhai, Vitruvian. Like, he clearly knows his classes. And in fact, I can't wait until they add like a 3rd or 7th faction. Yeah, 6, 7. Maybe like a neutral faction? That'd be kind of cool. Like, maybe they have access to neutral spells, which do less for the main factions, but are amazing for neutral. But as you can see, I'm playing Lionar, not because I wanted to, but normally I play Magmar, and but this is part of my 4-day requirement, and I was doing pretty well with it, so I thought I just might as well keep heading into it. I think this is the last win I needed, or play I needed, in order to get to the quest to beat the quest and get some extra gold. But I kind of like the hand I have. I have Dispel ready for anything. I have 2 forms of Dispel, and I have a Silverguard Knight and an Azurite Lion, and definitely a Radiant Dragoon, giving my guys +1, a random minion +1 health. But I'll speed that up. So he runs in, or Reva runs in, and gets in Jaxi. So now I'm kind of like, that's easy. So I'll summon the Azurite, and then get in with the Ephemeral. And I keep it there because I have a suspicion that he won't bother with anything but to get my Mana Spring. And if I can kill it, then that means I'm still in the good. And he summons 4 Winds, which is kind of bleh in my case. So he's deciding who to kill, and he goes for the Lion. And Mana Vortex, so he stays, we're tied, and he gets the heal, so it's not like he took that much. Now I'm confused. I'm going to kill the Jackson, because at least I get to keep my Ephemeral. Then I move in, and I have 2 choices. I can Sunbloom, making that thing worthless, which on one hand I should have done that, because he gets a lot of free damage out of 4 Winds. Or my second move was to use Silverguard, maybe like a summon the Radiant Dragoon, and then Silverguard into it, but he could kill it easily. But it would kind of force him to come up close. I wasn't too sure, but I figured 2 minions and a thing I can always dispel later is always good. But the Songhai faction is very good at comboing, so I attack. I move the Lion to better positions, just in case he tries to summon over here with his Bloodborne spell, or maybe I can try to get something off on the 4 Winds. And this is where it gets brutal. So he gets the Blood Rage Mask, the Saber Spine Seal, so I know the Silverguard Knight is dead. I've just taken 2 free damage, or 2 damage out of the whole deal. Then he Phoenixes the Squire, or Adept, so now I'm kind of hosed on that deal. So I just took in another 2 damage, so 4 damage total, and then he kills the Silverguard Knight. So now he has 2 artifacts or two hits on his Blood Rage. I know this is the best time to Sunbloom, and then I drop my Provoke. I get a little bit closer to prevent him from. Maybe I can attack the 4 Winds if he tries anything, and I get rid of his artifact. And I keep this again. I keep the Lion close because he has Celerity, and I could maybe even After Blaze. So he can't attack, so I kept it just out of attack range. So he juxtapositions. I should have suspected that, but that really screwed me over. But he doesn't kill the Azurite, at least not with his own damage. He wants to. I would have attacked with Reva and then just hit 4 wins. That would definitely put me way more in lethal range. But however he wants to do it, you know. Because I think it's a lot easier for Reva to get within lethal range than it is for me. But you know, that would well, you can see. So I realized Radiant Dragoon is now useless. So I'm like, yay, Silver Guard, drop him. I then buff him up with Afterblaze, letting me draw a card. Then I kill that because I figured, well, I'm screwed. It's I kind of gave up at this point. I was just like, oh, I better hope that something happens. And then he drums the Duskboar, and at this point I realize I'm screwed. But he just attacks with it. He doesn't give it a Saber Spine. He doesn't meld with it, netting him 2 boars. So I thought I got off really lucky. He had 1 card in hand. I have no idea what that is. I really wish Duelyst will let you see your opponent's hand, so that way you can kind of figure their options, or maybe you can look at, hey, they should have done this, or, you know, just to, because the game only shows you replays of the winning player. It doesn't show you replays of the losing player, their hand at least, so you can just see like where, you know, what options they had at the time. Maybe they just had nothing but 7 drops, and at the start of the game, you never know. Then he summons the Arcane Heart. Then I thought this was weird. He inner focuses. I think he was just afraid of me killing it. But I am dangerously low, and he has 15 health. But the only thing that's protecting me is the Silver Guard Knight. I realize Azurite Lion is now useless, and I luckily get into a Sunbloom. So I know this Heartseeker is now permanently stuck, and I don't want to put all my damage onto the Silver Guard Knight. So I buff my other one up, dispel the Heartseeker. And just, I wish I had the healing one. That would have been way better. But I then summon my second Windblade Adept. I kill the Tuskboar because I have no idea. Maybe he could do something. At this point, it's not really good, but maybe he could. He could probably pull something off. Maybe he gets the Tuskboar, 2 damage. Maybe with a Saber Spine, he knows he can't kill me, but if he can kill my Silver Guard Knight, that puts me at a disadvantage. So I wanted to get rid of that. And then I draw the Holy Immolation, so I know I'm within lethal unless he does something. He has 1 card in hand, switches it, and then he stops. So I don't know if he just, I would have quit, but maybe some people just say screw it, you know. Maybe he'll make a mistake, you know, always hoping, or maybe maybe they don't realize. Maybe I'll mess around and I'll have my Windblade Adept attack the Heartseeker and get into better positioning, and he's just trying to get hit 8 to blow me up, or with some kind of spells. Hell, maybe even drew the spell he needed, but he's just hoping I'll just level it. But I just want to finish it fast. I don't even do the whole messing around. So that was just a quick review of how I got to Diamond with that 1 kill, or that one. But there was a lot of mistakes in other games. Um, you know, I might as well show you those. I'll try to splice them in.